Hey, what's up everybody? This is Tony with Lido Loca back with another video. Today we're going to take a stroll down memory lane. We're going to look at all the cruises I've been on and we're going to talk about memorable cruise food. Once again, welcome to the Lido Loca cruising community. My wife Jenny and I, we make these videos on YouTube and we have a cruising community over on Facebook. Would invite you to subscribe for the videos and come to Facebook and interact with the people at the Lido Loca cruising community. There are links to subscribe to both in the description below. Now let's talk about cruise food. So it's no secret that cruise food is a big deal to many people that go cruising. I love to go cruising because of the variety of food that you can try, and cruise lines have their own specialty food that they offer to the people. There are some memorable cruise food items just based on the cruise line alone. Okay, so what we're going to do is this. We're going to take a little stroll down memory lane. I'm going to highlight a dish from each of the cruises that I've been on, and at the very end I'm going to invite you to do the same. This video is part of our Loca Summer Fridays t-shirt giveaway contest. Every week we're giving away some Lido Loca t-shirts. We're giving away some Loca swag. So if you want to get entered in for a Lido Loca t-shirt, stay tuned to the end of the video and I will tell you how to get entered. But let's get into the cruise food. So the first cruise that we ever went on was back in April 2017, and we went on the Carnival Fantasy out of Mobile, Alabama. It was our first Carnival cruise, and so the most memorable item for me is, of course, Guy's Burger. It has become the staple. It is synonymous with Carnival cruising. It might not have been the best thing that I ate on that cruise, but it definitely was memorable. You can't talk about Carnival cruising without talking about Guy's Burger. Carnival Fantasy, Guy's Burger. Now later that year we had the opportunity to go to Havana, Cuba on the Carnival Paradise. That was September of 2017, and during that cruise we spent some time at the Sea Day Brunch, and a Sea Day Brunch classic, at least for Carnival, is the cereal encrusted French toast. Now this here is Fruit Loops around French toast. So this is French toast encrusted in Fruit Loops with sweet maple syrup. Let me tell you, I only got through about one bite of this. This is probably the sweetest bite I have ever put in my mouth at one time. I know people love these cereal encrusted French toast. I did not love it. I'm more of a savory person than a sweet person, but man, certainly a memorable dish on the Carnival Paradise. Fruit Loops on French toast. It's pretty wild. So let's fast forward to February 2018 when we went to the Bahamas on the Carnival Liberty. Now the gap between the Carnival Paradise and the Carnival Liberty, somebody made me hip to the idea that the Blue Iguana Cantina has breakfast burritos. And I tell you what, any Carnival ship that has the Blue Iguana Cantina, this has become my go-to breakfast. Here it is. It is the breakfast burrito. I don't eat eggs, so it's a breakfast burrito with sausage, crispy potatoes. We got the cheese, we got the salsa, and crema fraiche, which I think is a fancy word for sour cream. This is my go-to breakfast when there's a Blue Iguana Cantina on board. This might be one of my favorite things that I've eaten on a cruise ship. So in July of 2018, we finally did our first cruise that wasn't a Carnival cruise. Now, this company is owned by Carnival Corporation, but we went on the Caribbean Princess, and there's a lot of great food offerings on the Caribbean Princess, but this one sticks out in my mind. Their pizza place there is called Slice, and they serve an avocado toast. Now, the reason that it sticks out in my mind is just before we went on this cruise, I got hip to the idea of avocado toast. Just recently in my life, probably like 2 or 3 years ago, would I even begin to eat an avocado in the form of guacamole? And it turns out that I love it. And so I know that at least around Charlotte, a lot of the breakfast places started advertising avocado toast, and apparently it appeals to the hipsters. So there I was on the Caribbean Princess, the old guy that I am, and I see at the pizza joint they have avocado toast. So this is avocado toast from Slice. It is really good. Toast with avocado spread. I can't remember what the nuts were, but that was a blue cheese right on top. It was delish. I tell you what, I was ready to convert to being a hipster. I immediately put Birkenstocks on order on Amazon. Just kidding. I don't know if that's the correct stereotype for hipsters, but avocado toast on the Caribbean Princess. Really good. So in October of 2018, we were back on Carnival on the Carnival Elation. It was the first Lido Loca group cruise, and we have group cruises from time to time where you can sail with the Loca fam, you can sail with Jenny and I. I will leave a link in the description to our group cruise schedule. If that's something that you want to do, make sure you check that out. But on the Carnival Elation, I think it's a good time to highlight one of my favorite things on a Carnival cruise ship, and this comes directly from the Pizza Pirate. It is the prosciutto and arugula pizza. This is one of my favorites. You know, I'm a fairly traditional pepperoni pizza guy, maybe pepperoni with the jalapenos or some mushrooms, but they do have a variety of offerings at the Carnival Pizza Pirate, and this is one of my favorite. I love prosciutto, and they put like a garlic white sauce on this pizza, prosciutto, I believe that's arugula, some sort of green vegetable, and this pizza is delish. It's always worth waiting for, and it's a memorable cruise food for me. Anytime I go on Carnival Cruise Lines that has this pizza, I'm gonna get it at least once. Now, December 2018, we made our way onto the mega ship, Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas. Another ship full of wonderful food offerings. We tried so much food on the Oasis of the Seas. I did a video for several of these ships, and I'll highlight this one, all the food I ate on the Oasis of the Seas. I'll leave a link for that above, and in the description below, I'll leave a link for all the food videos that I've made if you want to see more of this rambling food talk. But the Oasis of the Seas, the first cruise ship where I ever had Baked Alaska. I'd heard about Baked Alaska before, I'd seen Baked Alaska before, but I never had Baked Alaska before. But I had it in the main dining room on the Oasis of the Seas. It was quite delicious. I'm really hesitant to put sweets on my list because, again, I'm more of a savory person. But this is really cool. Nice meringue on top. You got the ice cream. This is flambéed, so you get a little bit of that burnt top on the meringue. Super memorable, really good. So moving into 2019, in February of this year, we went on the MSC Seaside, and again, many good food options. And one of the specialty restaurants we tried was the teppanyaki. And this is a classic Japanese steakhouse where the food is prepared there in front of you. It's dinner and a show. And in my life, I've never had Wagyu beef. And so this is a Wagyu beef steak that was there at the teppanyaki. Super tender, super delicious. When I think about the Seaside, I think about that teppanyaki dinner. I think about the cool people we got to cruise with, and I think about that Wagyu beef. Really good. And our last cruise was on the Carnival Breeze. It was another Lido Loca group cruise. And oddly enough, this was our first Carnival cruise that was over 5 days long. And so when I first started cruising, one of the appeals, people would tell me this, you got to go on a cruise because they have a lobster night and you can get all the lobster tails that you want and you can just order it over and over. Well, the short cruises, at least on Carnival, they don't give you free lobster. You have to pay for it. It has to be an upcharge. And so this was the first Carnival cruise where I was actually able to sit down and order a lobster tail. Now, this is how I've evolved over my cruising time. I don't really order an abundance of food. I've figured out that I'm happy. And so I just had the one lobster tail. It was delicious and it was really cool because on that cruise we got to go behind the scenes before dinner and actually see where all the food was prepped. We got to hang out with the chef. That's a really cool video. Again, I'll leave that link down in the description below. And so it was cool to have that lobster that I'd seen prepared behind the scenes, but my first Carnival cruise to get a free lobster. So those are my memorable food dishes from the cruises that I've been on so far. Got more cruises to come, so I'll have to update this video from time to time. But now I'm going to kick it over to you. Norwegian Cruise Lines and Lido Loca, we are both running a contest based around giving away something free every week during the summer, something free for 14 weeks. Norwegian's giving away a whole cruise. We're giving away a cruise t-shirt, and we are mirroring the challenge that Norwegian does. So Norwegian's challenge this week is to post a picture on your social media of a memorable cruise food dish. And so if you want to enter into Norwegian's contest, you need to post a picture of your cruise food and tag it with Norwegian's Summer Fridays. And if you want to use the same picture, just add the hashtag Loca Summer Fridays, and that way you will be entered into both contests. Each week we draw out a winner. I will contact them and then I will send them a t-shirt. Last week's contest was post a picture of your favorite mojito And congratulations to Robert Klein on Instagram. This is the picture right here. You've won the t-shirt. I will reach out to you on Instagram and get your details. Again, the interactive part of the video is this. Go to social media, post a picture of your favorite food and tag it. Also, if you want to jump in the comments, leave a comment. Tell me what your most memorable food dish is or what your favorite cruise restaurant is. Let's continue the conversation down there. I've got some more cruise videos popping up. Make sure you check those out. Again, this is Tony with La Lido Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.